Do you want to move on to something on the opposite side?
Okay, so I am glad that I got you to watch this movie.
I just love that we're going from it's a period piece, you look at it for the gothic aesthetic and all the beauty of it, to, okay, now you remember how we were talking about Pacific Rim? We're going to go there.
So let me preface this by saying this is the main event for Halloween Havoc for this week. Hold on 1 second. I need to prep something. Okay, so I had seen this movie before that we're going to be talking about. So 2013 movie called The Knights of Badassdom.
Oh boy, I can't believe this is a 2013 movie. I saw this movie probably 7-8 years ago, maybe a little longer. It was during the heart of Game of Thrones, and I was big into Peter Dinklage. I want to say I had already seen Station Agent, but I had seen it again, and I love... If you've never seen The Station Agent... I need to see... I haven't seen it since I was like...
Fucking see it.
I think I saw it when I was 19.
Spectacular movie.
Since,
like, it's the reason why Peter Dinklage should be a star. Great movie. But he is a part of this movie called The Knights of Badassdom.
Boy, is he.
And it is a stoner LARP comedy horror.
With, like, the most bonkers cast.
The cast is insane.
Like, this is a cast of, like... If Scott Pilgrim, it's in that same vein as Scott Pilgrim, where almost everybody turned into someone, but none of them are like A-class. Like, you don't have like a Chris Evans and a Brie Larson and Kieran Culkin. You don't have all of that. But you do have a late-stage Steve Zahn.
Yep.
You have Peter Dink.
Yep.
You have Summer Glau. You have Danny Pudi. You have my boy, Jimmy Simpson.
Gunther's played by Tom Hopper, who's in the Umbrella
Academy.
Yep.
So it's like, it's a bunch of people that you will recognize.
Danny Pudi from Community,
among other things. No, when Danny Pudi showed up, I was like, of course you're here, because why wouldn't you be here? What's his name? Brian Posehn.
Yes.
Has like one scene in the entire thing.
Let me paint a picture for you folks. So this movie is about this guy who breaks up with his girlfriend, and it's the whole classic thing where he's depressed and he goes to his friend's house.
Well, his friend who is casually a millionaire.
Yes, Steve Zahn.
I think they refer to him as an accidental millionaire. Like, he won a lawsuit and now he just has more money than he knows what to do with.
Yes.
And so all of his friends live in his big house and they all go LARPing.
Which is a castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so him and Dinklage are the big LARPers.
Yeah.
They're huge into LARPing. Their friend whose girlfriend just broke with him, he is not into LARPing. He's into heavy metal.
He was in their D&D group in high school.
Yes.
And so when they went from D&D to LARPing, he went from D&D to metal.
And that's Joe is the character's name. He's played by Ryan Quanten.
He's not somebody you'll recognize from anything.
So they talk him into going to this big LARP event.
As a get over your girlfriend.
Exactly.
We're going to go out, we're going to party, we're going to drink, we're going to do all
and
this
they do
stuff.
a lot of drugs before they go.
Yes, they do.
And they kind of trick him, and he wakes up in the back of the van, and they're at this LARPing event.
Yeah.
And
in armor.
And he wasn't going to do it until, for those of you who don't know, Summer Glau is quite beautiful. And this was back in the Serenity days, like in her heyday. And so she walks by and he's like, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, I'll do it. Yeah.
But Steve Zahn stealing a chapter from
from the Evil Dead and
from why my brain right now, one of my favorite movies ever.
The
Monster Squad.
Oh yes, the Monster Squad.
He finds this book, and since he's a mage, he's like,
bought
it's
it
a
on
book
eBay.
of spells. I bought it on eBay, but it actually conjures a demon that takes over the appearance of Joe's ex-girlfriend, and it's fucking insane.
This movie went from 0 to 60 and then started like jerking the wheel all over the road. And you're like, what's happening? I'm in the back seat. I'm just holding on for dear life. Like, oh my God, what is this?
It is so violent, too. This is the
thing. Going off of our theme this year, which is dead bodies, God help me. When you get halfway through this movie and the bodies start piling up, I was like, okay, I expected some of this. I did not expect this level of this.
Yeah.
And especially that, like, the first big body, there's like 3 people that die almost off screen.
Yes.
And then the first big body, including a guy from The West Wing, who's friends with Aaron Sorkin.
Yep.
Who's there as a joke, Because in the story, he's an actor who's too big to be here.
Yep.
And so he's like, what's my line? What's this role? What's my motivation? And everybody's like, you're just a monster. Who fucking cares? And then he fucking bites it.
Yep.
After he gets his bit. He's dead. And you're like, okay, I didn't expect him to stick around too long. And then you have, the funny thing with the fairies where you have all these fairies talking and they have to go at a game. What are we actually doing here? We're having this argument about our relationship, and then they all die. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's Jason, but Jason is a succubus.
Yes.
Okay, cool, whatever.
And it is just the female version until Steve Zahn tries to send her back and fucks it up and actually turns her into
a giant monster.
A giant fucking monster.
But before he does that, she kills Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, she kills Dink.
Really very quickly, like almost offhandedly.
Yes.
And you're just like, man, I knew the Dink was expensive, but like, he got killed off so fast. He'll come back.
He comes back in a fucking awesome way.
But like, when he died, I was like, are you, what?
Yes.
He's dead? Are you kidding? And the entire time he's like, I'm still tripping on shrooms. None of this is real. And then he fucking dies.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? And then Danny Pudi dies. And you're like, hang on. This is like the actual reason I'm watching this movie is some of these people. Yeah. And they're just dead now? Okay. Where is this going? And the place that it's going is a lot of soft conversations with Summer Glau in the middle of the woods, talking about why she's into LARPing.
Because her brother is
her cousin is never out of game.
That's right, her cousin.
Her cousin is never out of game, Gunther, and as such, needs someone to take care of him.
Yes.
And so she's the only one that can kind of deal with LARPing out of her family. And so she has taken on the responsibility of keeping Gunther from getting too into the game, which is unnecessary because the further into the game Gunther gets at this point, the better for everybody.
Oh, he's fucking awesome. Yeah.
And so you get a lot of that, and then you just get people dying.
Yeah.
And then eventually you get, like, you start wondering, the biggest thing that I took away from this, the breaking of Berger's Law, if you will, that I had with this, was I kept thinking to myself, who made the decisions about the budget of this movie?
Yep.
There are so many questions I have about the budget of this movie. Because on one hand, super cheap budget, we're just going to rent a field.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, no problem. You go to wherever they have medieval times, like 2 weeks before medieval times set up, and you just rent the field. And then you bring in a bunch of extra LARPers. And then most of your actors they have range in terms of, like, their appeal. But, like, most of them aren't big names yet. I do love Jimmy Simpson. Yes. I love whenever he shows up, from Always Sunny to Black Mirror to this to Westworld. Whenever he shows up, I'm like, I fucking love Jimmy Simpson.
He's awesome.
I don't know what it is. I just love him.
So he's the one running this
He's the
LARPing.
game master.
He's the game master.
He's the one going around the fields at the beginning of the game, charting how everything is, and then screaming about how bad the maps are.
But he knows his shit, because he's the one that realizes the Book of Spells is legit.
Well, my favorite moment of the entire movie is when he is trying to run over a monster, or the monster.
Yeah.
And it's revealed that he doesn't know how to drive, but he does know how to speak ancient Anunnaki.
Yes,
and it's like, okay, all right, that's a bit I can get behind. I can get behind this bit.
But I believe that for like a super geek like him, I can totally get it.
So, and he did a great job in terms of, like, I guess it depends on who you're talking to. I would not show this to someone who's into LARPing and expect them to enjoy it. I think that this made more fun of LARPers than it did celebrate them.
It's tough. To me, this is in the same vein as, like, Role Models, where, yes, they do make fun of LARPers, but then they also kind of show how fucking cool it is in a lot of ways.
There are elements of it. I'm thinking, like, so you have this dichotomy, right?
Yes.
Everybody has foam weapons, but Steve Zahn sells real weapons out of the back of his van, which becomes pertinent later on when they need real weapons.
Yes.
But, like, it's moments like when Danny Pudi and the Dink meet up with an antagonizing party, and they start throwing spells at each other, and the game master is just kind of stepping in as Puck and being like, whoa, and this happens, whoa, and this happens. You get 50 points back. And, like, he's overdoing it.
Yes.
And you're kind of like, I don't know if this is making fun of LARPers or if this is genuinely trying to be like LARPers. It might be both. It could 100% be we're just being you, but because of how you are, it seems like we're making fun of you, but we're genuinely just acting the way you act. All of this is to say, you get to the end of this movie, and you have this big puppet running around killing people,
Yeah.
which was crazy. I really thought they were going to stop the puppet from killing people. No.
The
Everybody
scene where-
dies.
So it's like this big courtyard,
Yeah.
where all the LARPers show up, and it reminded me of Freddy versus Jason when they're having the party in the cornfield.
Yeah.
And Jason walks into the middle and starts fucking killing everybody.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this.
And
was
like you have like I really like some of these LARPers. I like the two factions where you have the guy in the wheelchair and the guy making speeches.
Dude,
I really
yes.
like that. I did not expect the guy in the wheelchair to be one of the first ones to bite it. I didn't think that was going to happen, but he bit it hard. But like the reason I call into question some of the budgetary things is like, okay, so you have this cast. That's where some of your money goes. And you have this really good puppet. Not for nothing. You did buy a really good puppet. Some of the after effects, especially in late stage of the movie, are so bad.
Oh yeah.
they're like when you said it was a 2013 movie, I was like, I had it at 2005. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, but for what Al is saying, folks, understand this. This is as classic a B horror movie as you're gonna get. It just had some big names in it.
Yeah.
But it is.
Without this is a B movie.
A B midnight horror movie.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Like people call Cabin in the Woods a B movie. I would say Cabin in the Woods is not even close to a B movie if this is a B movie.
Cabin in the Woods is an A movie being made to look like a B movie.
Yeah.
This is a B movie being made to look like a B movie minus.
I was about to say, this might be a B movie being made to look like a C movie. Yeah. So the reason I'm giving it so much shit is because at the end of the movie, there is a genuinely kind of cool moment where they have to do the Enochian thing. They have to sing the spell out of the book. I really like that you have to sing all the spells. I think that's really funny.
Yeah.
They have to sing this spell, and then the book gets destroyed, and they're like, oh no, what are we going to do? And they realize, like, oh, it doesn't matter what you're singing. It just matters what the impetus of the song is. And so what's his nuts gets on the car and starts pumping out his metal album that he has, and it summons the Dink back to life.
Dude, fucking awesome.
In a moment that could be great is, in my opinion, undone by the circa 2006 graphics that are used to bring the Dink back. They're so bad. Yes. They're like the green screen in The Room bad. It's not good.
Yes.
It's very bad. I don't know why they did it this way.
The way I looked at it is they hit that point where they used all their budget.
There must have been no money left.
There was no money left.
There was
like,
no
we
money
just gotta
left.
fucking finish this movie.
And like, so it was one of those things where like the producer hat in me was like, okay, we don't have the money to do this. We can still have the moment. Let's try and make this look good on set so that we don't have to kind of CGI in the Dink coming back. We can kind of have it be more naturally lit to the thing. And then if we want to, we can make his eyes red in CGI in post. But like all of the everything about it, I was just like, ooh, that's not good. That's very bad. That's one of those things where Steve Zahn saw it and he was like, the heyday of my career. It's not good. It was 7 years ago. And that's not a shot at, it is, but I love Steve Zahn. I only take shots at him because he's not in anything anymore, which I guess good for you if you don't have to work anymore and you don't have to work anymore. But anyway, all of this is to say it's a good movie, but I do feel like the ending kind of pulled the rug out from under me a little bit because I'd already been struggling with elements of the movie. And then that happened. And I was just like, I want to follow you so badly, but I'm over here laughing so hard.
See, this falls in my... So you have your basic movie scale, which we do our AA+. Like Crimson Peak. I have my bad movie scale. This is an A in my bad movie scale because when I saw the title, this is exactly what I expected.
See, that's another
from the title of this movie.
If you tanked me up to watch this, like I tank up for like Grandma's Boy or something like that, I think it'd be a lot funnier.
And I think that's what they made it for.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, the whole beginning of the movie is about them just being on drugs. Like, like Dinklage is eating shrooms constantly throughout the fucking movie. And it's like, that's where I think they're looking at this. It's like, no, dude, you gotta be fucked up to really enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I've been fucked up when I've enjoyed this movie. And
I kind of want to return to it in a truly fucked up state.
Yeah.
And Because, like, I don't want to dislike it, but it just, like, I will admit, part of the problem is the title. I think the title is really bad. It's a really bad title, guys. I think you could come up with so many better things than this. LARP Camp would be better than this. Camp LARP Away. You know, like, I don't know, man. This is the Knights of Badassdom? I don't know.
The reason I love the title, though, is the look on people's faces when I tell them, you got to see this shitty movie called The Knights, and they look at me like I just made that up.
It's got Peter Dinklage in it.
Yeah.
Check it out.
But yeah, no, to me, it fills that gap of, okay, when I want to watch a movie that I just want to watch something that is a horror movie, but it's not anything that takes itself too serious, has people in it I like, and I can overlook the other shit.
Yeah.
This is the one I go to.
Oh, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see watching this with a certain group of people and having a really good
fucking time.
It reminds me of Jeremy Johns and his scale.
Yes.
Like, it's better when you're boozed up.
Yep.
You know, and it's, you know, I think it fits squarely into that tile of, like, you could watch it and I guess kind of enjoy it. But, like, if you get loaded and then watch it with a group of people that are really into it, I think that's the way you watch
this movie for me is what Half-Baked was. Because Half-Baked I've watched without being under the influence of anything. And I thought it was okay. When I've watched it fucked up, I have laughed to where I thought I couldn't breathe anymore. Yeah. And this is in that vein.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I think this is... But it's kind of moved into that grandma's boy area for me where I can watch it sober now, and I still have that same reaction because my body and my mind remembers that reaction. Yeah. And... God damn, it's fucking...
See, my favorite thing about Grandma's Boy, I'm just going to go a little tangent-y.
I love tangents.
My favorite thing about Grandma's Boy is how many references I knew that I didn't know were from Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
When he beats the high score, I literally said, oh, what does new high score mean? And then Nick Swartzen's like, what does new high score mean? I'm like, oh, that's what this is from?
Yep.
Oh, shit!
Did I break it? I still, to this day, my nephew, who's 16 now, my brother, he's the one my brother won't let him swear or anything, but he'll do like sleepover at my older brother's house and they'll watch like R-rated movies. Mm-hmm. I said, dude, I cannot. When he sees Grandma Boy, he might have like shit himself.
Yeah.
That's how much I know he'll love this movie.
Yeah.
But Knights of Badassdom, going back to it, as a Halloween horror Havok, it is a demon movie.
I think it kind of snuck up on me in that way because I really wasn't expecting this to be as bloody and gory as it was. Yeah. And again, granted, it has the budget of a small garage, but it delivers in a lot of ways that you wouldn't expect it to. And they really use that budget effectively. And they don't, you know, there's sex in the movie, but it's not gratuitously sexual in its nature. It has that classic, old Hollywood, I broke up with a girl and now I see a girl and I'm going to go date her instead, even though I'm supposed to be tragically lost over the breakup that I just went through. I'm going to go and try and make out with this other girl. Yep. And it's like, yeah, classic storyline. And so I do like it. I think it really snuck up on me in terms of like being an actual Halloween movie. Because when you suggested it, I was like, all right, I guess we'll see how this goes.
Well, and the funny part was I didn't really think about it, and I went on to Amazon Prime, which it's on.
Yeah.
And it popped it up because I had watched it not long ago, and I'm like, oh, we were talking about demons for Halloween. I'm like, it's a fucking demon movie, and it's got a lot of people we like in it. I think you would need to see it.
Speaking of people that we like, I found out something really interesting.
What?
Chris Stuckman, who we like, has a new movie coming out, Shelby Oaks. We talked about the trailer a little while ago. The reason that movie is being made is because of Mike Flanagan.
Really?
Mike Flanagan saw Stuckman's review of, I can't remember, one of Flanagan's pieces, and reached out to him. Oculus. He saw his review of Oculus, and Mike Flanagan reached out to Stuckman and was like, I like what you're saying. I like what you're thinking. Start working on stuff. And so when he came back with Shelby Oaks, Mike Flanagan was like, how can I help you make this?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
So there you go. There you go. The tree keeps growing, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, folks, that was episode 176 of NerdPod Generations. Really hope you enjoy it. Next week, we will be ending our Halloween Havoc. I know when we record, it'll be technically a couple days after Halloween.
I don't care.
But we got to put a cap around it.
I'm telling you, the spooky season is going all through November this year. I'm making it happen. I'm plowing roads, baby. Let's do
spooky
it.
Season. But NerdPod Generations 176 is in the books. Please go to nerdpodgen.com and look us up and give us a like and subscribe on both YouTube and whatever your podcast choice is. I know mine's Apple Podcasts. A lot of people are doing Spotify and whatever.
Spotify's in a little bit of hot water at the moment.
So. They're in hot water right now. So Apple's always in hot water.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, Al, who does our artwork and our music?
I don't know what you're talking about, Steve. Apple just fixed their squeaky wheel. They got rid of the Plus in Apple TV Plus. That was the problem, right? So also, while we're getting distracted, I still have the cast list for Crimson Peak up, and the guy who played Edith Cushing's father is named Jim Beaver. Our art is by Kortney Howell. Our theme is by Brendan Williams and James Connolly. I am Alfred Judson.
And I'm Steve Taylor.
And until next week, friends and enemies, the euphemisms will keep coming. Yes! We just won't be here to give them.
No.
Have a great week, friends and enemies.
Adios.